To make cottage cheese ice cream, of course, we need some cottage cheese. Now, I like to read labels and use the cottage cheese that has the least amount of ingredients. Now, check this out. Skim milk, cream, and salt. That's it. Now, the best way to make this is with a high-speed blender. So we're going to place our cottage cheese right in there. To enhance the sweetness, I'm going to add a little vanilla extract. And remember, you can get the written recipe below the video in the description area. At this point, I like to start blending this up so that the cottage cheese gets really smooth and creamy. Look at how light and fluffy this is. I mean, it is creamy, silky smooth. Now we have to sweeten this up, and I'm using maple syrup here, and we have to add enough to give it a nice sweetness. I started off here with 3 tablespoons, and you can always add more if you want to. I like to blend this up now just because I want to see how sweet it is, and then I may add another tablespoon or so. Now is a good time to give this a taste and see how the sweetness is. Okay, I need more sweetness, so another tablespoon goes in. Now for our chocolate flavor, I'm using my favorite brand, Guittard, and I'm using their Cocoa Rouge cocoa powder. I'm going to drop that in and let it blend up. Cocoa powder is high in polyphenols, and in particular one called theobromine, which helps to reduce inflammation and maybe protect you from diseases such as heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. I like to bump up my protein content in some of my desserts, so I'm using a whey protein isolate here that's unflavored, and this one here blends in real nicely. Now it's time to add my favorite milk chocolate chips by Guittard. Now, since these are on the large size, it's best to chop these up. They'll end up looking something like this. Now, since I'm making ice cream out of this and pudding, I'm going to put the ice cream portion back into my cottage cheese container. It works well. So I'm going to put most of it in there so I have something to scoop out, and then I'm going to put the rest of it in one of these little side dishes here for the pudding. Now, who doesn't love a little peanut butter in your chocolate? Well, we're using Laura Scudder's here. Now, you really want to use a nice, creamy, smooth peanut butter, and even heat it up a little bit if you have to, just so that it'll spread around easily for you. And we'll do the same here with the pudding. Just drizzle it on over the top. Then we'll give a good sprinkle of those chocolate chips. I cut out a circle of parchment paper just to protect the ice cream, and I just lay that right on top, push it down on top of the ice cream, and then